What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
This is some important shit, you know?
The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that
You want to learn about it.
long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
Why did you lose?
I think your own cycle lost the war.
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt.
It's true. It's true.
Races became divided and confused.
Shit like this happens, in my experience, for certain, in the small scale of, like, you know, one-on-one fighting, where, like, if you have a strategy that you always use and someone starts poking holes in it, you're so reliant on this one strategy, you can't adapt to it. You can't adapt to someone finding your weaknesses, that is. How did you fight the Reapers?
Wage war against the Reapers.
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
Damn.
Must have cost you in the long run.
Yeah.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weak...
Oh, man.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project.
During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
Yeah.
More of my people survived?
Yeah.
No.
But
They did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
your sensory ability.
Species with this sensory ability you have.
It was common among my people, imparting experience through touch, the chemistry of life.
The Sari almost have this, but it's not through touch.
Seconds.
That sounds very useful.
We evolved as hunters. Reading 1,000 details in our environment ensured our survival.
I'm beginning to understand the beacons a bit more.
Yeah.
Later, we developed technology to harness our ability. Information could be stored in certain objects through touch. Memory has its own biomarker, its own chemistry.
It's pretty cool.
Knowledge and skills. The beacons could remember these things.
Things like Reaper invasions.
Yes, I can still sense the turmoil in you, witnessing the extinction of our empire. The fabric of your being was forever marked that day.
Yep. It'd be pretty stressful to both witness and experience the death of civilization in an instant. At least I think it would. I don't know about you guys.
A form of incubation. The DNA of a Krogan who lived here.
Yep.
He was powerful, prone to violence.
I'm impressed. His name was Grunt.
Yep.
And if he were my enemy, I would have given him a wide berth. There is great strength in his genes.
Yep. Mission.
Back on Eden Prime, it looked like there were other stasis pods. What happened?
The Empire had fallen, and we knew our cycle was lost. We were the final vanguard, the best soldiers left alive.
So more of you were supposed to survive into this cycle?
Yes. Under my leadership, a new Prothean empire would have arisen. We would have commanded the races of your time to prepare for the next Reaper invasion.
Commanded.
Traitors within our ranks, indoctrinated agents, betrayed us, and the Reapers discovered our plan.
Ah.
Just out of curiosity, how would you have commanded us?
By leaving you no other option. You would have joined our army, or faced the Reapers alone.
We've uncovered quite a few Prothean ruins. Were you observing our ancestors?
Before the war, we cultivated species who showed potential. Eventually, you would have been offered a choice to join the Empire. When it was attacked, we ceased all study. We hoped they would see you as too primitive to harvest.
Well, thank you. I think.
Yep. Intergalactic imperialism. Wonderful.
What was Prothean civilization like?
Yes, I've always wondered, what sort of government did you have, and can you tell me about your religious beliefs, or perhaps the...
We are dead now. What does it matter?
I'm sorry. Studying your history has been a life...
I love that little moment where she gets to be a nerd again. It's great.
Our empire was already at war with the Reapers. The first thing I remember was seeing my planet on fire.
Whew.
What was your civilization like before the Reaper attack?
Yeah.
We were the dominant race of our cycle. We ruled the galaxy.
My studies indicated you were the only race engaged in space travel at the time. I always found that curious.
Yeah.
We were one empire composed of many subjects. All eventually called themselves Prothean.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
Ooh.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished. And if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
Damn.
I had no idea Protheans were so... severe.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Very early, we encountered the dangers posed by machine intelligence. They rebelled against us.
We've had the same problem. They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Nope.
For a time, the Metacon War, we were turning the tide until the Reapers arrived.
Yep.
Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago in ways we could never imagine.
Yep.
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
Yeah.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved.
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies.
Look at those. Look at those bedroom eyes she's been given. given by Javik there. Not really. That's not what it looks like. Oh, man.
The shock has not worn off yet.
It's okay.
This must be a hell of an experience for you. We're just glad to have you aboard, Javik.
This is cool. That's cool shit. In terms of progenitor species, so many times progenitor species have been written just really bad, and the payoff just... there was none.
So much has been
You know?
So much has changed. And yet the Reaper...
But I think BioWare did a pretty good job with the Protheans. Javik in particular, of course, because he's the only Prothean that you see. I think they did a good job. I don't know. You know, I have my qualms with how Mass Effect 3 is written, but there are a lot of good things about it.
Newest crew member.
You mean the biggest story in 50,000 years that I can in no way talk about?
Yeah.
I've seen him. Just wondering.
That must be interesting to be as like a reporter or a news person, is not being able to talk about shit due to, like, you know,
Just had to cake on the makeup.
government secrets or some shit. National security and things like that. It'd be interesting.
Do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Oh,
Nothing to report, Commander. Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder.
I'm sorry. I'm just not very good at the balance beam.
Commander?
My cock just keeps swinging across on either side and I just tip over. Sorry, that was stupid. That was really stupid. Ugh. Okay, so where does Urz go? Why does Urz sometimes not spawn? I don't know. It's a big level. Let's just pretend he's in the vents. We know that we have him. That's all. That's what matters to me, that he's here in spirit. And now that I have my... Hey, there we go. That's what it's so cool. It's such a cool armor. There are things that I wish I could change about it, but I do not have the modeling skills to do so. Empty crate. That's fucking fine. Whatever, dude. Go fuck yourself. All right. New assault rifle is the particle beam. Do I want to use that right now? Or do I want to get through this other shit that I don't want to have to deal with? I already did the Avenger. I did the Valkyrie. I'll do fucking... No, I'll save that for later. I'll do... Okay, so I did the Striker. I'll do this one next. I'll do this sniper rifle. I'll do the phalanx. The next mission. There's so many weapons. I might not end up showing off all of them, but you know, I am willing to forgive myself if I don't end up showing all of them. We'll do the Tempest. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Okay. And now we talk to our crew members because we did a mission.
What's up?
Nicknames.
What's with you and the nicknames?
Yeah.
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So I just give them a new one.
Nice.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
Okay, I can dig it. I don't mind getting a nickname. Nicknames are fucking cool.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy.
Nice.
Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
There he is.
He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore.
Oh,
I would like to find out how
you and me both, brother. Alrighty. Previous mission.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Yeah.
pretty much what I said. Things went foobar and I was one of the few to make it out.
Oh, that sucks.
The rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk or
what?
that's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that.
Understandable. State of mind.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
Yeah.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
It's pretty good.
Talk to you later.
You bet.
Well, he's nice. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. There he is. There's my good boy. There's my Urz. Good boy. Good boy, Urz. Good boy.
Doesn't hurt to go over the weapon roster one more time. Shuttle's primed for the next drop. Shuttle's primed for the next drop.
Okay, sorry, just... Okay. Oy. Alrighty, who else do I have to talk to? I don't think... Yeah, I'll check on Chakwas anyway. I don't think she has anything to say, but...
Only found useful information in the data you recovered.
Nice. Weapon upgrade kit. Weapon damage. Why would I want capacity bonuses when I can increase my damages? Prothean notes, entry 1. The things this Prothean must have seen, if they had the technology to preserve someone for over 50,000 years, no wonder they were capable of building things like the device on Mars. I must give him time to get his bearings, but goddess, when will we get another chance to learn so much about their civilization? Notes on Prothean.
Hello again, Shepard.
What's new?
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers.
Pretty smart.
Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Damn.
Like on Mars?
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
Yep. It's kind of insane when you think about it. How's being the shadow broker?
With you as the broker, Liara.
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship, impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. Which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
Pretty sure his name is pronounced Farron, but whatever.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser.
It's pretty
I
good.
think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Neither did I.
Operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial.
That's important to understand.
Intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers.
Yeah.
It's taking a while to reestablish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
She's concerned.
Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
Yeah, well, it's okay. Yeah.
You brought your little helper with you?
Yeah.
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
I like that he calls her doctor.
Its analytical software should come in handy.
Yeah. All right, cool. How's it work on the Prothean device?
Prothean artifact.
Very little. We're fortunate enough data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will require as many specialists as we can find.
I guess so.
High tech.
I'd have killed for a glimpse of it during graduate school.
Nice. Well, I'll see you later, Mara.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely not awkward that, you know, we used to bone and now we don't. Definitely not awkward. God, I'm such a dick. Oy. Is there anything in here? This is Garrus's part of the ship, and he's not here yet. I'm just gonna quickly look around. Nope. Okay, nothing to find in here. But that's fine. Let's go talk to Dr. Chocolates. Dr. Chocolates. Dr. Chocolates. What's up?
How are you, Commander?
I'm pretty good, Dr. Chocolates. Ah, here's the alien. Here's not the alien. Here's the Cerberus robot. The Cerberus robot trying to kill Ashley, but thankfully, I shot it in the face. As is appropriate when dealing with Cerberus robots.
Messages at your private terminal.
At my private terminal, I better read them, but first I want to check in on you, Special Trainer.
Colonists on Eden Prime. First the Geth attack, now Cerberus.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, our new crew member doesn't need a translator himself, but he shared a Prothean language tutorial program.
Aw.
It was apparently designed for servant races being inducted into the Empire. Charming cultural clue.
Oh, very good.
Commander?
Oh, what? That's a war asset? Okay, I mean, at least that helps with building the Prothean device. I don't think it's been named yet.
So a Prothean? A real live Prothean?
Yep.
Has Liara stopped bouncing yet? I'm guessing there may have been some bouncing.
Yep.
Commander?
It's cute. Cute Joker. You're always so cute with your cute jokes, Joker. I guess that's why they call you Joker. Because, you know, you joke. Oh, man. Oh, this is the thing. This is from the original game, too. At ease. Sorry. I'm enjoying myself. Crucible. It's called the Crucible here. Crucible blueprints. Eden Prime supports. I helped Eden Prime. That was pretty cool of me, if I do say so myself. And I do, because I'm a pretty cool cat. Know what I'm saying? And news alert on Eden Prime. From Alliance News Network information partners. Alliance officials confirm a local resistance movement has successfully pushed Cerberus forces off Eden Prime. Cerberus attacked Eden Prime for reasons that remain unclear and set up facilities to occupy the colony. But after constant attacks from a united populace, Cerberus troops retreated. Alliance officials are sending in evacuation transports now to get colonists off-world before Reaper forces reach the colony. We owe this victory to the Alliance, Resistance leader Edward Krabs said in a prepared statement. The people of Eden Prime have always been ready to fight, but Alliance intel gave us the tools we need to push those Cerberus bastards off our planet. Many Resistance fighters have said they plan to enlist to support the Alliance. Nice! Can I do anything right now? Crew manifest. I don't know. Communications trainer. I don't have a gunnery officer responsible for arming and maintaining the ship's arsenal. Batteries and offensive weaponry. The sophistication and complexity of modern weapons require precise calibrations. Dr. Sony for the science officer. Propulsion, power, armory, shuttle pilots, detachment strength minimal. I need more. Yes. Let me see. And now I have the Prothean. And he gets the black armor, because now he's super edgy. Just the way I like him. There we go. Ooh, it's making me level up. Is there anything I want to level up right now? Maybe fitness? After an enemy is killed by a heavy melee, decrease shield recharge delay by 15%. Ooh, I need that. Alright. I'll get that. How do I increase... Alright, so hold on. Increase power duration, increase impact radius, power duration, recharge speed. Drains the target's health! Disrupt their resistances, receiving increased damage protection while this power is in effect, effective against barriers. Increase recharge speed by 35%, increase damage protection, increase recharge speed, increase effectiveness against armor and barriers, increase damage by 30%, increase duration. Okay, it's probably, okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm I'm planning out my upgrades, sorry. Email done. What's this one? Equipment. I can't get anything, that's fine. Yeah, okay, we're good. Everything's good, fine here. How are you? And actually, looking at the time, I've run out of it. So, next time, I will, I actually want to make sure Cerberus Lab, I want to figure out what level that is, because depending upon what it is, I actually might want to do it later. We'll see. So next time, I will return to the Citadel to finish up Arya's side missions, and then do the first actual story mission of the game after that. So with that being said, my friends, that's what it was, homies. Make Cloverhands over and out of this hizzy. Bye-bye.